In this section, we're going to talk about the go-to-market strategy, what it entails, and how you kick yours off. So what's a go-to-market strategy? Well, when you're embarking in a new direction or your venture needs to start or launch, a go-to-market plan is necessary. You use one when you're launching a new product or service into an existing market, you're launching an existing product into a new market, or you're launching a new product into a new market. So what goes in a go-to-market plan? Well, one, your clear objective for going to market, your pricing strategy, your channel strategy, your buyer journey, so understanding the steps that your customer is going to take to get to your product or service, and then your positioning and messaging at launch. Now, the objective of a good go-to-market plan is to clearly define what your value proposition is as it relates to the new direction you're going in, your uniquely differentiated customer experience, as well as your competitive edge. So let's take an example of a new product that hasn't launched yet, or I should say service. This is Uber Elevate, and they're developing a solution for urban aviation ride sharing in the future. So their vision statement right now looks like this. Starting in 2023, Uber customers will be able to push a button and get a flight on demand with Uber Air in select cities. So this is a perfect example of something that would require a go-to-market strategy and plan. Now for Uber Elevate, let's talk about the differences between a traditional marketing plan and a go-to-market plan. So the marketing plan will traditionally apply to Uber as an organization. And Uber has relied on a two-sided market approach where all riders and drivers can come together to connect and exchange value around the world. That makes a lot of sense for their BAU or business as usual experience. Now, because go-to-market is applied for new experiences, especially in new markets, with Uber Air or Uber Elevate, they have to assemble a network of key partners that include vehicle manufacturers, real estate developers, technology developers, and then identify the launch cities that they want to work in to launch this new service. So as you can see, Uber can have a broader vision and strategy and then zero in on what they want to do specifically to this launch. So let's take a look at all of the factors of a go-to-market strategy as it relates to Uber Elevate. Now, these are my guesses and assumptions of what their go-to-market strategy might be. And it doesn't have to be right. This is more of a guiding light to kind of help steer the ship in the direction of this product launch. So the go-to-market objective that I might guess is that they want to gain preliminary interest. So maybe they're not necessarily looking for financial gain at this stage. They more just want to establish that this is an alternative to existing travel. A pricing strategy has to be realistic. So it has to compare with what customers see when they're riding Uber and calling Uber on their phone. So it needs to be economical. It also might need to be cheaper than what's out there, and then it has to be cost effective. And so the pricing strategy that I might guess is $5.73 per mile, assuming that customers are traveling hundreds of miles on a single trip. Now your channel strategy, again, is how you're actually interacting with your customers. So maybe it's through an app or a website, or maybe they'll have their own owned service, so a platform where they can go to book Uber Elevate rides. Now, your positioning and messaging is the language that you're going to use to talk about this experience. So maybe I'll say the future of urban mobility is a nice way to summarize what I would think is how they want to describe this service when they're first launching. And then there's launching marketing and sales activities. So once you've established the other things, you then want to start to get into what are the types of things that I can do to kind of grow all of the attention and the growth of this business. Now, there are 4 key benefits of having a go-to-market plan. The first is time. So having a good understanding of what you're going to do before you do it helps you save time and really helps you focus in on the things that matter. Cost becomes a benefit Because again, you're really zeroing in on the things that are absolutely relevant for you to launch as opposed to the bigger picture. And so you're not overspending in areas where you don't need to for the sake of going to market. The third is experience. So being able to plan out the entire end-to-end experience is invaluable. It helps you think of all of the steps your customer is going to take, as well as identify opportunities and threats to a successful launch. And then finally, and probably most importantly, is direction. Steering the ship of launching a product or service in the right direction so that everybody on the team is working towards the same goal.